You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, good evening and welcome to Lakeland International Speedway for the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT Series. We are in the playoffs and we're still trying to figure out who is going to win this whole series. We got not really in the playoffs, but we're still winding down the races. And this is going to be a fun one. Carl Henderson is back this time, as well as Sean Carmody is back as well. So we're going to see some good racing tonight. And I'm Randy Pepper alongside my good friend Adam Wood.
Adam Woo is here. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen out there in the sim world watching us tonight? We applaud you guys coming out and watching us here on the AOLL TNT Series here for a good short track racing. We went from one of the biggest tracks on the circuit at Talladega Super Speedway last week, and this week now we're out here doing one of the smallest at USA International.
0.75 miles. That's all this thing is. Just a little guy that is not around anymore. A lot of people think this track exists. It does not. It is a shopping mall. Not a shopping mall, but a shopping
I mean, I'm going to go race
center.
inside this shopping mall.
Shopping center.
I'm gonna go rent one of those little tiny little cars and just go to town, man. Just start flying through the shopping center.
Have you seen those little things that they have in some of the malls where they look like a little chia pet? They have like a little lion and a little tiger and stuff, and the kids ride these things around the malls. We should do that. The Ghostfire Media guys all get on these little things. We go ride around a shopping mall, see who wins.
Yeah, that's got to be something we gotta do in 2022 is a Ghostfire Media meet up and do something live for the fans. Do some type of skit or something. You know, it'd be outstanding to have all six of us get together and have some fun, cut loose a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a lot of fun. And as a lot of people don't know, we've actually discussing our plans for 2022, and we're going to have some exciting stuff coming up on the podcast. So definitely want to stick around for that. It's going to be a fun year next year. So we're already making our plans for next year, folks.
Yeah,
we've already moved on.
2021's a great year for us. We built up a huge brand in 2022. We're just going to continue on and have a good time and try to change some stuff up. But keep all with the same old at the same time. So it's gonna be great to see what stuff happens on the off season here in the winter to what we're gonna bring to Ghostfire Media.
Yep, absolutely. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And in qualifying right now, we've looked at qualifying, and right now it's Brandon Bernhardt is sitting on the pole right now with Sean Comedy second, Blake Ziti is third, Carl Henderson fourth, fifth John Gordon, Joshua Mays was sixth, Chris Oliver sitting seventh right now, and Mike Wazinski is eighth. DW Wright did not take any laps either. No.
I think he's hit the wall. It's showing that he did 3 laps now, but I don't think he did any of them clean. He might have got some incident points because if you hit the wall or tap something, you get incident points. It clears your time and you don't qualify.
So he'll start at the back of the pack. So, oh well. It's going to be a fun night. This is short track racing at its finest at this track. A lot of fun. These cars are going to get loose. They're going to get tight. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. And kind of like the trucks last night in the sportsman division. One side of the track was tight. The other side was loose. And I think that's what we're going to see out of this tonight.
Yeah, last night was an interesting night. You know, we went out there and the first couple laps was the tires were really loose in 1 and 2, but about lap I think around 3 or 4, the truck kind of tightened up and the tires kind of warmed into it, and we're able to actually make the 1 and 2 stick. You gotta enter the corner just the right angle to get work. I figured I found one of the angles that you don't run into the turns of 1 and 2 and smacked the outside wall coming out of turn 2 last night.
Yes, you did have some damage on that truck last night for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't my proudest moment, slapping it. I was trying to let off, but I saw the wall coming. I was like, no, 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 and I smacked it.
Hey, at least you had better luck than me. I made it a whole half a lap around the track before they slowed up in front of me and Dan Witt, and Dan slowed, and I had nowhere to go, and I ran right in the back of him, and then I slid to the bottom of the track and went right into one of those concrete barriers that just stuck out just enough, totaled the front of the truck. They had to tow me back, and by that time I was already 5 laps down, and I said, that's enough. I'll go join Carl.
I get you. All right, well, let's see here. We'll put up the grid here. We got a small field tonight. We have starting on the pole will be Brandon Bernhardt. Second place is Sean Carmody. Third is Brandon Blake Ziti. Fourth, it'd be Carl Henderson. Fifth is going to be John Gordon. Sixth is Joshua Mays. Seventh is Christopher Oliver. Eighth is Mike Wazinski. Johnny Downey most likely won't be racing. Derek Schilling and Dave Wright. And then Randy Pepper is up here in the booth with me, so he is not racing.
No.
I mean, you can. Go for
it. I'm staying right here.
You can be the in-race reporter. We'll do something new here Thursday nights. Let's see how well you can talk and drive.
Yeah, I'd probably be fine at it. I do it all the time in I-4, talk to my daughter. So, but I'd rather be up here. This is one of those tracks where I think there's going to be a lot of calamity in the back of the pack. And considering if I jumped down there right now, I would be in calamity corner, totally annihilated by all of it. So,
all right. Well, tonight the weather outside is 77 degrees, but the track temperature is 92 degrees. Now these guys wish this was a nighttime race here at USA International. Try to get those track temperature around like low 80s, but it's going to be a little bit slicker track for them today. I mean, it's not too hot. I've seen this track up to like 106 degrees. So, 92 is kind of, fine balance in the middle there.
Yeah, and it's cooler today. It rained earlier today, so the temperature is down. So that's going to make a little bit of
Doesn't it like rain every day in Florida there?
Pretty close. Pretty close. It does rain quite a bit. There's no doubt about it, but not every day, but a lot. I know when Johnny was actually down here for his last trip for Halloween Horror Nights, it rained a lot.
Until you left.
Until I left. It rained a lot. And it hasn't rained since he left.
Here in Texas, I got back in mid-August, and I don't think it really rained at all until like about a week ago. I forgot which league race was in, and maybe it was IBRL, but that night it was like I could hear the thunderstorms over my headset of racing, and it was really bad. And it rained for like 3 days, and now we'll probably go dry again for another like 2 or 3 months.
Little dry spell. All right, see the pace car is down the back straightaway, and the Lights are off on top of the car. Here we go, green flag racing this time around. It's Brandon Bernhardt down low. Sean Comedy on his outside. The two teammates Endeavor Racing taking up the 1, 2, and 3. Thought we were going to go that time, but
No, we're on the backstretch right now, so they're going through the backstretch.
You can't tell sometimes. These short tracks, you know, there's no big line across the.
There's a big 3 in that corner right there.
Yeah, there's a big 3. That's true.
Alrighty, pace car is off. Brandon Bernhardt leads the field to green, waiting for it to drop.
It's out. Here they go. Green flag racing down into turn number 1. They go side by side. Bernhardt down low. Comedy up high. Comedy's got a great run coming off turn 2. Down the straightaway, back straightaway. It's Sean Comedy getting a great run. He's going to take the lead away from his teammate, the number 70 of Brandon Bernhardt. Then third is a great battle between Carl Henderson and Blake Ziti.
Yeah, right now, that outside lane is helping out a little bit. They're gaining that momentum there. At least Blake was. Sean Comedy was able to use the bottom right there to get by Carl Henderson coming off that corner. We got John Gordon now sandwiching Carl Henderson. So we got top 5. We got 4 of them being Endeavor Racing.
I don't know if you saw, but Chris Oliver just did an incredible save back there in that 14. He nearly went around and luckily gathered it back up, and now he just has just a few guys behind him. But up front, we've got a great battle for the lead. Brandon Bernhardt down low. Sean Comedy up high. Comedy not going away. He had the lead. Brandon's trying to take it back. He's took it away from him, actually, that lap around. And here's Brandon Bernhardt by a nose over Comedy, but Comedy comes back. They're side by side down into turn number 3. This time, Comedy looks like he may get a better run coming up, but Brandon Bernhardt is not going away. He's going to take the lead.
Oh, Brandon Bernhardt's around.
Trouble. Big time trouble. The two leaders get together, and we got caution out for the first time tonight here at USA International Speedway. Wow. Can you believe that?
Let's see what happened here. I got to go back a little bit further. They kind of did Brandon just get loose on his own right there, or
it looked that way from that point of angle, yeah. But let's look back.
Let's look at the blimp view here. There we go. We'll go. Well, what's Chopper look like? There we go. Chopper looks better. No.
Oh no.
That was Sean Carmody got loose off the corner right there.
Yeah, he did exactly what I said. Off of turn 4, it gets tight, and sometimes you're going to get too tight. You're going to go into that wall, and that's exactly what he did. He went too tight, got the wall, then came down and grabbed Brandon. Luckily, they got fast repairs, so they'll both be back out here and probably battling for the win here before long, as we've got a short field. This looks like a Saturday night at the New Smyrna Speedway. We've got about 9 cars. That's usually what the feature usually is, so this is easy.
Yeah, but these guys are out there battling. We saw some good battles in the back. We're trying to focus in up front right now to see what they're going to do. We saw some good battles back there between Joshua Mays, Chris Oliver. I think Mike Wazinski was back there, so we'll be able to pan into them once the front kind of gets sorted out, if they do.
Let's see. Yeah, look. So Blake Ziti is going to inherit the lead with Henderson on his outside. So.
Yeah, I think Carl's just kind of playing cautious and being the waiting game right there. He looked like he wasn't trying to press the issue, let these guys kind of fight, maybe wear out their tires a little bit. John Gordon, though, he was knocking on his back door, so he was riding his bumper pretty hard there, wanting to try to kind of make some aggressive moves, trying to get by him. So we'll see, what happens on this restart. Will the Endeavor guys work together on the bottom lane, being first and third, and try to time the jump right to kind of set Carl out there in the no man's land and let John get by him?
I don't think Carl's going to let that happen. I think Carl's out there to, to win a race once again and going to do whatever he can do.
I
To
think
do that.
it's the term that colleague racing is kind of thrown out there lately. It's called trophy hunting.
Trophy hunting. And that's exactly what he's doing tonight because he wasn't even going to race. And the only reason Carl is in this race tonight is because he did not want to leave Chris Oliver in Discord by himself.
That's a
So
good
he did him a
teammate.
solid. He did him a solid for sure. But he's not going to let him win. That's for sure.
Oh, come on. Mama's man boy got to get up there and challenge for the win.
He's got a long ways to go right now. But we're only 10 laps into this race, so we got a lot of racing left to go.
And so they're getting done here. They're getting stacked up 2 by 2 right now. We'll go over the field right quick. Top 10 is Blake Ziti, Carl Henderson, John Gordon. Then Joshua Mays, Mike Wazinski, Christopher Oliver, Dave Wright, Brandon Bernhardt, and Sean Carmody.
As the field stacking them up. Door handle, lug nut to lug nut. Here they come out of 3. They're going to head towards turn 4. The pace car is off. Here we go. Green flag racing here. Win. Yes, here we go. Green is out. And Ziti down low. Henderson up high. Henderson hanging to that outside groove. Will he try to get a run off the turn? He will. He'll get a good run. He's just going to hang with him. But look at John Gordon, that 19, that Endeavor Racing 19 car, trying to sneak in there to make something happen for him. He had a good qualifying run, but right now it's a 1, 2, 3, and back behind them, they got a whole nest of cars.
Yeah, right now they're side-by-side. Jump back here to look at Joshua Mays. Mike Wazinski just doors Christopher Oliver there. He slides up just a little bit on that entry and slides up. But Carl Henderson timed that restart very well. I didn't know if he would be able to get a good restart, but it looked like Blake Ziti waited a little bit long in the pocket, and Carl was able to time that because you didn't have that much longer until we went green. So he didn't get that great of a jump over Carl.
No, he did, but now that he's out front, he's got clean air, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths over the Henderson car. Henderson's got a challenge back there from 19, the John Gordon car, but just back behind them, those 2 leaders from earlier are coming in a hurry. The Bernhardt and Comedy are setting sail, trying to reel in the leaders right now as they run 4th and 5th.
Yeah, John Gordon right now. This is kind of the closest battle we got on this. On there is that, or it's Joshua Mays. So we're going to kind of pay attention to this one, see if John Gordon can close the gap here. But it kind of looks like Brandon Bernhardt's closing the gap on John Gordon.
Yeah, we know those guys are going to catch them because they were on fire earlier, and they're right behind them. So we have Endeavor leading, Closed Circuit running 2nd, Endeavor 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Ooh, they're side by side back there between Brandon Bernhardt and John Gordon. Looks like one of them got loose. I couldn't tell which one it was, but Brandon Bernhardt and Sean Carmody was able to get by John Gordon there.
You got to wonder if the team chat was, "Get out of the way, John. We're a lot faster than you."
Listen to some good old Ludacris.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what song I'm talking about.
Yeah, uh-huh. So down the back straightaway is still Ziti leading the field over Henderson, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car lengths back behind them is lurking the number 70 and the number 40. That's Bernhardt and Comedy. They are reeling in the leaders now. They're just a few car lengths back. What's the speed differential back there? You got a chart on that?
I'm looking at the lap times right now, and they're very close. They're within like a couple hundredths of a second. Looks like Carl Henderson's a little bit faster than Blake Ziti, but Carl Henderson and Brandon Bernhardt are running almost identical lap times for the last 3 laps. Sean Carmody's just a few hundreds off of that. So I mean, they're all within the same ballpark. But you know, it's just it's going to be hard for these guys to kind of make up this room with these type of lap times. They're all kind of consistent.
Yeah, that's not going to help them. They're going to have to sit there and wait for these guys to make a mistake. I mean, they are reeling them in slowly but surely. You can see them. They're back there lurking. And that lap there, that time, they actually came into the frame. So they definitely are getting closer and closer. And once they get up there, catching Henderson and Ziti are one thing, but passing them is going to be a whole nother situation.
Yep, they're really going to have to try and put some muscle into it when they get to them. But what line are they going to run to make this work?
Yeah, absolutely. And how aggressive do you think they're going to be to try to get around Henderson? Will they? I mean, Brandon Bernhardt's not a real aggressive driver. He's a smart driver, if anything. Sean, he can be a little aggressive at times, but Bernhardt is up front, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I was racing with Brandon last time. Me and him rarely get to actually race near each other. We had some good racing there in the beginning of the race, and towards the end of the race, we were side by side, and some sketch moments happened. Just because first when we were both on brand new tires, trying to enter turn one on fresh tires, you're pushing as hard as you can, and the truck, the rear end will snap around in a heartbeat if you put too much throttle in it. So I look back at him, and he put a little bit too much throttle in it, and he was trying to save it, and he did. But me thinking like, okay, this is my time to pull ahead, I started to put a little bit of throttle, and then my rear end started to slide a little bit. So yeah, it was fun battling with him, and then all the little differences that we had trying to get through the field. I used some lap traffic to kind of pick them to make room to get by him.
That time, Bernhardt got a really good run off the turn, and they have caught the back of the 31 of Henderson. Henderson trying to hold his own as that 70 and that 40 are right there lurking. They're stalking him like the Night Stalker, looking to try to get around that car and catch their teammate. That time they lost a little ground to Henderson. Carl actually got on the gas a little bit and said, I see you guys coming. I need to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to the back bumper, it's like, what do you do? And you can't really run your line anymore. Sean is running back there, so he can't. He's not running his full line, so to speak, because he doesn't want to get too much of a run and kind of do something that might impact Brandon again. And then Brandon, once he gets to the back bumper of Carl, he's thinking the same thing. So you kind of start losing options, and that's when you start backing off, trying to, okay, how can I attack him now?
Yeah. And, I'm sure Sean is back there going, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to hit that wall again. I'm just going to follow Brandon around because Brandon doesn't seem to get as high off the turn as I do.
I mean, if I was Sean, I'd be back there searching different lines. I mean, everybody wants to hit that yellow line, but what happens if you go up a groove? Groove and a half or so. Let's see what that is. I mean, you have nothing really to lose there. You're in fourth. You got nobody behind you for about 6 seconds. So, I mean, I would start searching the track to try to see if I can find the better runs off the corner, in the corner. That's what I'd be doing. Yeah.
The surprising thing, we're 31 laps into this thing, and we've been pretty clean the whole race except for that one little incident.
Oh, Brandon.
And here comes Brandon looking to the inside. He sneaked a peek. Is he going to try to make it this time, or is Henderson going to shut the door? He shut the door, so Brandon's going to have to sit back just a little bit longer.
Yeah, he got a really great launch off that corner, better than Carl did. But the length of this back straightaway is not that far. So by the time he has something, he just doesn't have enough room or space to really make that pass or get underneath him there. So he's going to have to try to redo or recreate what he did and have another excellent launch off the corner. And hopefully Carl at the same time has a bad launch off the corner.
Yeah. And you see these guys that are running in the back of the pack. They're kind of running back there. In qualifying, everybody was not very far from each other. The timing, the times are pretty comparable to each other. The reason you see these guys drop so far back, even though qualifying was pretty close, is consistency. It's all consistency. And these top 4 guys are consistent every single lap. And that's what separates those guys from the rest of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, going out there and laying down that fast lap is fantastic to put yourself in that position. But you got to make those long runs. You got to see how this car is going to react and make sure that you can find some speed. We see Joshua Mays kind of wash up there out of turn 4 and let Mike Wazinski come up on him. But yeah, you got to understand what the car is going to feel like at, lap 10, lap 15, lap 30, lap 40. You got to be able to know that, I'm not burning my front right off and by driving too deep in the corner. There's a lot of factors that, go into these style racing instead of just foot to the floor all the way around.
Right, exactly. And then this is definitely not a track that you're going to go all the way to the floor. This track, if we have you got an in-car camera we can look at and show the
sure, let's go on the back. Oh, Brandon Bernhardt just passed.
Let's got around Carl Henderson. They're side by side. Yeah, let's see if can Sean Comedy make it.
Yeah, it's a freight train right there when you get to the outside.
Yeah.
Let's go on board of Sean attacking now Brennan. Let's see if I can find it really quickly here.
Okay, he's going to go down here and right past that little wall that came out. That's where you let off. You're going to get down. You're going to pump the brakes a little bit. Then you're going to get back on it hard. Let the car drift way out to the track. And you get down here, that green light is usually right about where you let off. Then you're back on the brakes. Now you're going to get hard on it off this turn. It's going to get loose. And once again, you're going to do the same thing. You let off about that wall there. Let it fall down to the back of the track. Pump the brakes a little bit, get back hard on the gas right here, and back to the stripe you'll go. And that's exactly what he's doing.
They're coming up here. This is the first lap traffic there, and they're coming upon Dave right there in the number 43, that bright yellow car. Can't miss him. And he smacks the wall right there.
That could have been some major calamity there.
And I mean, this track's got a little bit of banking, helps you carry your speed. You can kind of see it's a little bit different. You got a gyro camera, so the camera kind of stays straight. You can see what the banking is. They're able to carry a little bit more speed here through the corners.
I like that gyro cam. That's really cool.
And you're able to see what the wheel's doing, RPMs on the tack.
He actually brings it a little harder down the straightaway.
Yeah, he looks like he's doing that in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, Brandon Bernhardt's driving a little bit deeper. So, maybe they're trying to take turns which corner they're going to kind of lose time, make up time, trying to save the tires.
Yeah, maybe so. We are 43 laps into the 120 laps that will make up this Lakeland International Speedway race tonight, as they're trying to catch the leader right now, Blake Ziti, who's a recent winner. And
you got a battle back here between John and Mike Wazinski. John was up.
Where did John was running so good before? What happened to him?
Yeah, he wasn't started out and restarted in 3rd, and now he's back down to 7th. Kind of dropped back, and he's quite a ways off the leader here.
Some of these guys, it's a short track, and a lot of times the TNT guys don't stop for tires, but sometimes it's as far back as some of these guys are falling, it might be beneficial for them to go ahead and get some tires.
Yeah, the hard part though, whenever you're trying to do that, is if you hop in and get tires and, phantom caution comes out that iRacing decides to throw, or a wreck happens, you're kind of now stuck a couple laps down here because USA International is such a small track, and ARCA cars take such a long time to take it for a pit stop.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
So you got to weigh the pros and cons there. If you're able to make a pit stop, and will that benefit you in the long run? Will you be able to get your 1, maybe 2 laps back?
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen in Bristol Motor Speedway in the Cup Series, when you got a dual pit lane, they can and they will get their 2 laps back and come back and pass you. But if we were running the single pit lane, that would have never happened.
They are pretty much equalized out, the 1, 2, and 3.
I think Brandon's is catching Blake Ziti. I think he's running he's running similar lap times, if not just a little bit better. I think he's closing the gap after he passed him. Man, Sean really closed the gap there between him and Brandon Bernhardt there.
Yeah, he is like he just gets like a suck up in his and then he has to let off. That time it looked like Ziti got a little better run around the track than both of them.
Yeah, that time Blake Ziti ran a 22:46 and Brandon Bernhardt ran a 22:68. So the Pasta Man's able to kind of extend his lead just a little bit there, almost by half a tenth. So I mean, every little bit counts here, especially the short track. You have to try to gain every little bit of advantage you can, and we got some lap traffic coming up here in a probably next like 5 laps or so. We kind of see the seventh and 6th place of Mike Wazinski and John Gordon. Actually, now it's Joshua Mays. Mike Wazinski's moved up another spot. Joshua Mays and John Gordon.
Brandon Bernhardt dove low there. I'm not sure what's going on there, as that allowed Comedy to go up higher, and Comedy looked like he was going to try to get around him. I wasn't sure why he dropped so low.
Might have slipped a little bit on that exit of the corner there, and got a bad entry or exit of it, and kind of slipped sideways and allowed John Carmody to kind of close the gap and jump to the outside.
On the radio, it just said Blake Gordon, just crew chief for Brandon Bernhardt, just said that Bernhardt has picked up a vibration in the front of the car, and that's what caused that.
He's got a wheel vibration going on up there. He needs to come into pit road and try to take care of it before it gets too bad. But as we see, John Gordon just went a lap down there. So another one of the Endeavor teammates. We got 3 right there. And then John Gordon makes 4, being a lap down. And Blake Ziti's hot on the tail for Joshua Mays now.
70 is pitting. 70 is pitting.
So is Pasta Man.
Vibration. So is Pasta Man.
Oh, John
Gordon comes down right on top of him. Hello, John. Your teammate's right there. So they are going to pit. Lap 56, they are pitting for tires, I'm sure. I was not expecting them to pit at all this race.
I'm wondering, if they were at the
Henderson pitted.
Wonder if they're near the end of their fuel cycle, or they were just pitting just a pit, because they're about 3 laps shy of the halfway mark here. We're at lap 57 of 120.
Well, if it's a fuel, that means we'll have one more stop.
Yeah, if it's a fuel concern, yes, we'll definitely have one more stop out of these guys.
So this time, after they've come off pit road, we'll look for, I believe the comedy car will have to pit now.
Yeah, Sean Carmody is the only one that has not pitted yet. Maybe he's trying to hit that 120 mark, or that 60 mark. He's now sliding here going down on pit road. So sadly, he's going to give up probably about 1 to 2 seconds extra of those laps that he was out there. Because these guys, their fast lap was a 22:09-ish, or 21:70s, 21:60s, and now they were doing 23 seconds almost. So these guys are going to put he's going to lose a little bit of ground to the leaders by staying out a little bit longer.
Yeah, we will see what happens here. This will be interesting to see where he lands after all this is shaked out.
Joshua Mays has taken over the lead right now, but it looks like he's coming out on pit road right now. He went out there and he got to lead a lap, get a bonus point.
A little extra camera time.
So now
we cycle back to Ziti. Now, does Sean Comedy actually come out in front of Brandon Bernhardt?
He does. I'm surprised about that.
I am too. I'm shocked at that. I didn't think he was going to be able to do that, but he did, and he's running second right now.
And Carl Henderson fell back really far. He's 8 seconds back now off this lead pack.
What in the world happened to Henderson? I'm sure he's back there just going, things I do for Chris.
Yep. Got to make Mama's man boy happy.
Mama's man boy is not having a good race tonight by any means.
He's still on the lead lap, though. He's the last one to be on the lead lap, but he is on the lead lap in 5th. So, but he's about just a straightaway ahead of these guys. Leaders going across the line, and Mama's man boy is in the middle of 1 and 2 right now.
So they are catching him, and that will lead only 4 cars on the lead lap.
So this is your race for the lead right now. So you got Blake Ziti right there in number 50 and his teammate number 40 right there. So that's the gap right now we have between the lead and second place. About 2 seconds back from that, we have Brandon Bernhardt. About 9 seconds back from that, Carl Henderson, then Christopher Oliver. 1 lap down is John Gordon, Mike Wodzinski, and Dave Wright.
Look at this. Comedy has caught Ziti. He's right behind him. Only 2 car lengths back behind Ziti. Ziti, I'm sure, can see in his rear view mirror that Comedy is coming. Ziti won his first race just a couple weeks ago, and he wasn't happy on the way he won it. I'm sure he would like to win this one tonight and kind of redeem himself and make himself feel a little bit better about that race. But Sean Comedy, who's making his return back to the league tonight, would like to spoil his parade for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about it. You know, we've brought both Sean and Blake up, and, you know, they talk about the rivalry that exists between these two. So, you know, there's got to be some words exchanging right now in the team chat, because I know whenever I'm chasing down a teammate or, you know, another one, you know, we say some very weird and candid words back and forth to each other, talking junk on our team chat, all in fun. So I know that Sean's probably out there like, I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely doing that. And these guys, both of these guys got promoted to sportsman exactly at the same time. And both have done very good in sportsman as well.
Yeah, I believe Sean's got a win both in sportsman and the Cup Series. I was jealous of him and getting his first Cup Series well before I did. Be racing there for almost 2 years now, and finally got mine last week. But but he was able to achieve that goal well before I could.
And Sean's one of those guys. He's a good overall driver in just about every type of scenario. That's the thing I can say about Sean. He's just a really good overall driver. Ziti's kind of the same way too. Ziti runs pretty well just about everything you put him in.
Yeah, they're both great. They both had to get acclimated to it. I remember when they first got promoted up to Sportsman Series. I think it was either Talladega or Daytona, and they weren't the best drafting people that I would consider at that time. But now, man, these guys put on a clinic on these super speedways. So when we were at both iRacing Super Speedway and Talladega, both here in this series and in Cup, I mean, they did phenomenal, especially in ARCA here in the TNT series. They were able to, you're able to finesse the cars, know a lot more with them, and these guys were drafting like crazy last week.
Yeah, they were very, very good, and you got to commend Blake Gordon on. I'm sure he coaches them guys quite a bit. You got a driver like Blake, who's just a tremendous driver. Just about everything he sets his foot in, or it doesn't matter. I'm sure he's a great person to lean on and get some information from.
And FYI, last night we needed a Blake caution. We definitely needed. I knew Blake was on my pit strategy of what we were doing as well. Now, we got
Sean got a little loose off the turn there and almost got up in there to Oliver's car.
Yeah, he probably was trying to save his exit there so he wouldn't get into him. But yeah, last night Blake was on the same pit strategy that we were playing, and I was like, come on, we need a Blake caution.
Yeah, it was a good race last night for sure. That was a really good race to call, and I know me and Carl had a great time calling that one because it really was a good race. I mean, watching Hanner trying to run down Piscini was a lot of fun, and wondering if Josh was going to sit there and maybe steal something from those guys. But it didn't work out the way. Piscini did win the race, and it was a good run for Chris.
Oh, I got a crash, it says. Let's see. It says Dave Wright crashed.
And he did.
Single car smacked the inside wall off the racing service. Stay down. Put it around and then hop back up on it.
If he'd stayed down long enough, he would have brought out a caution.
Yeah, last night it was a fun race. I just got caught off on the wrong pit sequence. I went for a earlier pit stop for our should have been second to last the way we were planning it, and I shorted it just a little bit more so I can try and get some more track position by pitting early. And unfortunately, a caution came out and kind of ruined that aspect and trapped me a lap down. We were hoping to I was going to shortchange this one by like 4 laps and kind of shortchange the next one by 4 laps to gain a lot of track position, move up a little bit. But being trapped down, could get the 4 fresh set of tires after pitting already, and we didn't get a Blake caution.
I will say this: the sportsman trucks do not seem to be your forte out of all the series that you run.
I love the trucks the best though, and I just don't have the luck there. I can't seem to get the finishes that I believe I should be getting. So I'm always getting caught up on one thing or another. So
I agree. You don't seem to have the luck in that series at all. Not like you do the other ones. So it is what it is, man. You just got to take the good with the bad sometimes.
Yeah, it is. I'm lucky. I feel like I'm lucky to be a part of the last 4 here, or the last. I think we're in the series 12, being the last 2 rounds after that terrible round I had between 5 flags and getting wrecked out of there, basically, and then Talladega, or no, iRacing Super Speedway. Terrible wreck that happened right for a little bit to go and blew my engine and got penalized for having to pit. Then last night, just getting trapped down a lap. But
these guys out here, things are starting to heat up as Comedy is gained on the back of ZD's car. Only 1 car separates both of them, and Comedy, he thought about it.
Yeah.
It looked like he thought about maybe giving him the bumper there, but
he's gonna give him the tip just a little bit. But we're a little bit.
Yeah.
We're still about 30, almost 36 laps too close, too far out for him to try to give the bumper.
Yeah. If he kept going, he would have gave him he would have been 2 tires deep in the back of that ZD car for sure. And you can watch him. He's really having to drive that car where it looks like ZD is not having any trouble at all driving his car. His car's not as loose as Comedy's car.
Yeah, I mean, they're both able to roll it. It's just which way are they rolling it? You know, I think one of them was rolling it better on the exit, and the other one's rolling it better on the entry.
I'm actually surprised how far they've pulled away from Brandon Bernhardt.
Yeah, I'm wondering what happened to him. We'll have to, if he finishes in third, we'll have to figure out what's going on. Why the big fall offs? Because when you see, we got Carl Henderson right there. He's coming out, and that's how far he's fallen back.
Yeah, so some guys that were really fast early on have not had a great night. If you're watching that wall at 43, kiss the wall just a little bit. So separating the field around the USA International Speedway. It's a two-car race for the lead, but things have not heated up quite yet. We're still waiting to see if Sean Comedy can get around Blake Ziti. Ziti still being the king of the hill so far. And he's not going, what the hell is going on out here? Get off my bumper there, Sean. You're making me get loose.
Yeah. Pasta Man's like, please go away, man. Fall off like Brandon and them did. Just go away. Don't hit me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks like looks like Sean's going a little bit deeper in the corners to begin with to go into it, and Pasta Man's kind of back in the corner up to get a little bit better exit. So he's able to close the gap on entry, but Blake extends it on the exit. He's right there. It just closes it.
And then after come off, ZD pulls away. Yeah, I was having that problem. I was running some laps with Brandon earlier, and that was exactly the same thing. I was running the turns a lot deeper than Brandon was. Brandon would, go in with me, but off the turn, he would just leave me behind.
Yeah, it's how well does the track work for you in the car? And some people like to be able to charge the corner like that, and some people like to back the entry up and be able to get a great drive off. But however it suits your driving style without killing that front right.
Right, exactly. 92 laps down of 120.
As you see right there, Sean changed his lineup on the last one, got him a really great run out of the corner. He entered the corner a lot higher and then trying to diamond the corner a little bit, and gave him a lot more boost off the corner. He's got to close the gap a little bit further before he can try that again, but it gave him his closest margin of being able to get close to him to think about putting his nose underneath him.
When you look at Sean's car, what comes to mind?
Oh man, it's Kyle Petty all the way.
Okay, it's Kyle Petty. You look at Kyle Petty, a lot of people will look at it and say it's Rowdy Burns. But no, I think the same thing. That's Kyle Petty.
Yeah, whenever I do it, I look at the mellow yellow. I think of Kyle Petty. Rowdy Burns is there too, but I mean, this was a real life paint scheme as well. So I mean, it makes I lean more towards that.
Look, he may get him this time. He's trying. Nope, not yet. He's right there. Yeah, the hand comes out the side of the car. It looked like ZD put his hand outside the car and said, "Nope." Not going to happen.
It looks like ZD is now playing defense a little bit as he took the inside line there. He dropped really low going into turn 3. This time he had a little bit more of a gap where he didn't have to play defense. But yeah, laps are winding down. We're 24 to go here, and Sean's really putting the pressure on.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think he's going to have to wait for ZD to make a mistake. And whoa! Whoopie-doo.
He's trying to use the momentum on that high line. He just got in the throttle a little bit too much there.
Yep.
But
Almost think I would have waited a little bit longer to start these runs because he's got 23 laps left. He's got to be like toasting those tires big time.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start backing off the corners, let them cool off a little bit before trying to attack him again. While these guys are doing it, we're going to look back. We got Brandon here. He's about 5 seconds, almost 6 off the pack here. And we got Carl Henderson back here riding basically by himself. He's another 13 seconds off, so he's getting close to the chopping blocks here. Carl's sitting he's about a straightaway and a half away, so I think he might be safe. He might be able to finish on the top on the lead lap here. Christopher Oliver back there, he just got really loose behind him. He's 1 lap down. And we got John Gordon. Car's looking pretty clean tonight.
What are you saying that John Gordon usually has damage on the car?
Hey, he gets some damage here and there. I know he smacked the wall earlier, so I think he was able to use his fast repair. Mike Wazinski over here looking pretty good tonight. That's my car right there, the Krispy Kreme of Joshua Mays.
I'm hungry every time I look at that car. Makes me want to go down into the hood and get some Krispy Kreme. Because that's where the Krispy Kreme is in Daytona Beach. It's in the hood.
Gotta make sure that hot and fresh or hot and ready sign is on. There you go.
Oh yeah, when that sign is on, it's time to go.
That's the beacon
Every time
right there.
we ride by that thing. It's on International Speedway Boulevard and Nova Road, at the crossroad there, and it's been there for probably 70 years. But you see that sign on, it's donut time. You stand in line with everybody. Ooh, look, Sean trying again. Sean, will we get him this time, or will the brake lights come on?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pass here. Like, Sean's figuring this out, that this track, if you run that yellow line, it's really hard to pass anybody. I think Sean, I believe Sean does have the better car tonight. As of right now, he's able to, every time he does make a mistake, he's able to climb back up and catch back to the back bumper. So it's showing his speed that he has, but having speed and getting around somebody is 2 different things.
Yep, absolutely. And he is trying different lines. You can definitely see that he is searching for a line to figure a way to get around ZD. Running a little higher line. 15 laps are down.
Yeah, I mean,
15 laps to go. Excuse me.
Blake ZD just has to be consistent for the next, as he crosses line, 14 laps. You just gotta
use the pick.
Yeah.
Use the pick. What do you think? Use the pick.
Well, it's his teammate that he'll be using the pick on. So hopefully his team, they're communicating which way do they want John Gordon to go. So Pasta Man can't be used as a pick. Or I mean, John Gordon.
Come on, John, just stay down. Stay down right in the middle of these guys. Pick. Come on, we want to see a pick. We want some action.
Sean's like, I'll give you $40, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt his corner exit right there. He gave John way too much room there and just hurt his corner exit. He did the tires up just a little bit by pinning him like that, but he's able to recover.
ZD is, I would say he's being very, very consistent around every time around these tracks. He's running the exact same line every time he goes around. And ZD is dictating what Carmody's going to have to do.
Ooh, John Gordon just smacked the wall going across the...
He's got damage now.
That commentator's curse.
I didn't think he didn't do that when they were coming off the turn.
Yeah.
Right in front of the leaders, that would have been woo.
Very scary situation when they do that. And looks like Sean got a really great run, but Blake is going to drop down to the bottom and protect that inside line. It's like no man's land. You don't want nobody to get below you there, and that's how you fend off the attackers.
He is looking 10 laps remaining. in the race here at USA International Speedway, the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT Series. And it's been all Blake Ziti pretty much since about the first half of the race. After Comedy and Brandon Bernhardt got together.
They got a lot of lap traffic, as you can see right there coming up.
Who is going to be used as a pick?
Ooh, Blake Ziti goes sideways off of turn one.
Oh,
it's going to let Sean.
We have a new leader. Sean is going to try that outside. He does get in front of him. So new leader as they come off of turn number 2. Now Blake Ziti is going to have. Oh, he gets into the wall. He is over driving the car now, and he is going to be the hunter and not the hunted.
Ooh, now Sean makes the same mistake, but not as drastic as what Blake made.
Oh boy! And he opened that lane up for Ziti to try to come back and get him. So this is going to be fun to watch for this last 6 laps or 7 laps here.
Yeah. Turn 4 is where the spice has been at the, these guys trying to lay down the power coming off the corner. 1 and 2, or coming off turn 2, has not been that bad all night long. But turn 4 seems like it's been a trouble corner for everybody.
They have 4 laps or 6 laps remaining. Come this time around.
Ooh,
5 laps. Look at the Ziti's trying to get down on the bottom of the end. Whoa! Comedy gets loose. They're going to be side by side as they go into turn number 1. Side by side. Ziti is going to retake the lead. Tremendous moves out here being made by Ziti and Comedy. Comedy got loose, and that allowed Ziti to get back up and re-inherit that lead. So all that work that Comedy did is all for naught.
Yeah, we got 4 laps. They just crossed the line here. I mean, you got to keep your head mentally in the game. I know it would have been easy for the Pasta man to kind of give up there. After he got past, I'm like, man, I just got beat. I'm not going to win the race. But he stuck in there. And then, Sean made a mistake just like he did and left the door open, and Blake attacked.
He definitely did attack. That's for sure. And 3 laps remain. Can Blake Ziti win his 2nd race of the season? They come down the front straightaway, or back straightaway, excuse me. They'll go into turn number 3. Off of 3 to the bottom of the track. They do have slower traffic in front of them. Joshua Mays is right there. 2 laps remain. Can Ziti hold off Sean Comedy? Comedy's right there trying to get a win, making his return. Here we go. Down the back straightaway. What do you think is going to happen here?
I don't know if Sean's going to use the bumper or not. I don't think he's going to give him the tip. I think he's going to win it straight up and get the victory that he wished he would have got the first time around, and winning it straight out.
All right, this is the final time around the track. Down the back straightaway for the last time. Into turn number 3. Blake Ziti down on the bottom. Off of turn number 4. Here they go back to the line.
Oh.
And, around goes Comedy, but across the line. It's going to be Blake Ziti winning tonight for the
Brandon Bernhardt's
time.
coming home 2nd. 3rd will be Sean Carmody.
Wow. Unbelievable finish.
Yeah, Blake Ziti was able to get back in front of Sean Carmody and take over and lead the last little bit and win tonight here.
Can't say the Comedy did not try.
Oh man, he threw it at everything. He dropped down below the yellow line and did what he had to do to try and get by him cleanly. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, he threw everything except the kitchen sink at him.
If he had the kitchen sink in the car, I think he would have threw it at him. Even the congratulatory little bump that Carl just had was net coated. He was like 1.5 feet off of him on my screen. Oh, all right. So as they go and start their victory burnouts here, go ahead and put up the results. So we got Blake Ziti, the Pasta Man, is going to be our winner tonight. 2nd place, surprisingly, came out of nowhere. Brandon Bernhardt. 3rd is going to be Sean Carmody. 4th will be Carl Henderson. 5th is Christopher Oliver. 6th is John Gordon. 7th is Mike Wazinski. 8th is Joshua Mays. 9th is Dave Wright. And Derek Schilling was not able to start due to technical difficulties with his system. So he was not able to do it. That'll round out your field for tonight.
That's right. I tell you what, I had a great race. I started there in 11th. I finished 11th, so I had a good run in that. I want to tell you what, I want to thank all my sponsors, Guitar Addict.
Look at Joshua Mays is trying to come up there. His car's tore up. Somebody already got a piece of that Krispy Kreme car.
Oh. I'll take mine with chocolate on it. ZD's having a good time tonight because he's feeling like this one he earned. So.
All right, let's go ahead and bring up the winner tonight as he's still celebrating.
It's Blake ZD, tonight's winner.
Seen a lot of you lately.
Oh, man. All right, just got to walk us through the last, 10 laps when you make that mistake there coming off of turn 4. What was going through your head, man?
Oh, I just wanted to slap my head. If I had another hand to come off the wheel, I would have. It was almost threw the whole race away. I mean, I led most of the race, so I was really eager to stay in front of Sean. We were just talking about it. I mean, he's like, it's go for broke over here. He was like, it's all or nothing. So he knows he's not in the points, but that mistake was critical, man. It was really critical, but he actually did the same thing like a lap later or 2 laps later, and I was able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, we saw that.
You had a great run, though. I can't believe you came back to get around him. He'd worked so hard to get around you, and then he was able to. Well, actually, he got around him because he got loose.
Well, it's a good thing knowing Sean, being a good friend of mine. So I knew that he was going to melt the tires trying to get me. So I actually was not letting him catch me, but I was trying to baby the car just a little bit, maybe letting off a little sooner, getting on a little less hard, and trying to save it for the end because I knew those last 10 laps are going to be pretty hazardous. And as you can see, with saving, I still almost lost it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, we went on board and riding with Sean for a little bit, and it looks like, you were letting off, trying to let the car roll into the center and get a great exit, and you were able to pull out the exit a little bit faster and farther than he could, but he was diving in the entry, which, he was closing the gap, but wearing out that front right tire.
Yeah, exactly. And I could see it in my rear view that he was pushing into that turn, and I tried a few things in practice coming into that turn as hot as I can without blowing the corner, and I think in 10 laps I had like 91% on the right front. So
were you worried that maybe Sean might overdrive the car and get into you like he did with Brandon?
I mean, I can't say the thought hasn't crossed my mind, but I know that Sean really is going to be as cautious as he could. As aggressive as he was being, he was going to still be pretty cautious and leave me the room. He drove himself into the wall the one time. He got loose just because he didn't want to come back down on me. So I appreciate it. I mean, we're really good buddies. So having races like that, and if we were to rub a little bit, it wouldn't have been anything new. We usually do that on the racetrack anyways.
Well, he tried to throw it at you, man. He dove underneath you there, coming out of turn 4, dropped onto the apron. Did not work out for him whatsoever. But, I mean, he was trying everything he could.
Yeah, he was. It was a really fun race. I mean, for me to be up there leading and then having my teammate behind me, and also, for the endeavor. I think Brandon actually finished second at the end with Sean trying to do his kamikaze there.
Yeah.
So,
he definitely did a kamikaze. He took himself out.
Yeah. I was like, man, you really just don't want to finish second, do you? He's like, I'll take the third over the first.
How does this feel compared to the last time you won?
Well, this feels a lot more. I have a lot more satisfaction out of this win. Being able to lead, majority of the race, and honestly, thinking that Carl wasn't going to be here, he actually picked me on the podcast, so I appreciate that, Carl. But I thought he was going to be the one to beat, and I was able to put some good laps down and get away from those guys. And for me, it was a good accomplishment. I could see that the experience in the car is definitely growing, so it's fun. And what a night for Endeavor.
Yeah, absolutely. I will tell you this, Carl. The only reason he was in this race was because Chris Oliver was going to be the only one in the team chat, and he didn't want him to feel lonely.
That's a good teammate and a friend.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, congratulations, though, man. You put on a heck of a race for us tonight, especially the last, 15 laps. The battle just really started heating up, and we appreciate you guys throwing out some really good laps for us there to kind of keep this entertaining for us here in the booth and for the guys out there watching.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad it was a good race up there in the broadcast, and I'm sure you guys did a great job as well.
Well, we tried. Thanks, man. Good job tonight, and we'll see you next week, man.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one. All righty, let's bring up the man, the myth, the legend of Brendan Bernhardt. Man, how are you doing tonight?
Good. You guys?
I'm doing fantastic.
Ooh, we're both fantastic. Ooh, we're just fabulous.
It's just a fabulous. So, man, did you burn up your tires or what happened? You fell back from the lead pack there.
I was trying to save them and then push it hard at the end, and ZD and Sean did a pretty good job fighting and saving theirs as well. So I was slowly gaining, but not enough to make a difference. I may have pushed too late to go after them, but they ran a really good race.
Man, who taught them how to drive that to save their tires like that? You or Blake?
Blake. I learned from Blake. So, yeah, that was ZD's. That's something ZD struggled with, and he's gotten a lot better. Tonight was a good indication of that.
Yeah, did an awesome job. I need Blake to show me how to do that.
Yeah.
So tell us about the very beginning of the race. You got together with Sean. What happened there?
Just tight racing. Sean knew he to be able to make the outside work, he had to get on a little bit earlier. So he's gotten a little too soon, and it got him loose and down into me.
You didn't, when he did that, you didn't go, you idiot.
So we had half the field tonight. So before the race, we're like, we just can't wreck each other and we'll have a good night. And then lap 4, Sean wrecks me. So it was pretty funny in the team chat.
I'm sure it was. That's awesome.
There's always that one guy on the team that doesn't want to be a team player.
Yeah, usually it's ZD wrecking everybody here lately, but Sean decided to take over for him.
Oh man, hey man, you were at the right place at the right time though. There on the last lap. So, were you surprised to see your teammate there spinning out coming on a turn 4?
A little bit. I'm just glad I wasn't both of them. That would have been pretty funny to watch them take each other out going for the win.
It was close.
Yeah, they got side by side. If they would have got side by side, maybe 20-25 to go, I think I maybe would have ran them down. But they got side by side too late for me to catch them.
I gotcha, man. But hey, you were able to work your way back up to get you in that spot where if he did make a mistake, you're able to capitalize. You got second place tonight. This might be one of your horrible drop weeks that you're gonna have to drop though after your time here in this season. So
yeah, second. You have to drop a second. You're so
I wish. I have a couple fourths in there that I think are gonna take my drops.
My bad. Sorry, my bad.
Well, I got Sonoma coming up, so that one might be the drop.
I got you, man. Hey, man. Well, congratulations. You got a great finish tonight here. I know you probably wish you had this type of performance last night. I know I did, but you come out here tonight, put on a heck of a performance. Come home second, man. Great points night for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, hoping the running here translates to the other 2 series. It hasn't a whole lot yet, but hoping to help build confidence, especially running the playoffs in the other 2 series.
I got you, man. We'll see you on the track on Sunday night, man.
Yep. See you too, Highness. No, you're too good to run with us now in TNT. So
I've never ran I've never ran one TNT race, man.
Yeah,
0.
but you're eligible to run,
and I'm eligible to be in the booth.
In.
Nobody hears the broadcast.
Hey, I'm eligible.
Randy is a voice. Randy is not the broadcast. I am the production manager. Randy is just a talent.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
Hey,
I
I could've
wanted to
raced
run with
with
you
you.
in this series too. Yeah, I thought you were going to, and you hopped in practice.
I did. I said, you know what? I'm sticking to my guns. I told Adam I was going to be up here in the booth. I'm going back to the booth. So
We could use the car
Even though-
count out here.
even though I can now, in all fairness, short tracks are my thing. I could have probably run pretty well with you guys, but I'm sticking to where I said I was going to be. So
That was a good run again by the everybody in the league. I know we only had 9 guys show up tonight, but the only incident was me and Sean. So guys did a good job staying out of the leader's way and keeping it clean. So another good job by everybody in the TNT tonight.
yeah, they all did a good job. You have to commend everyone that stayed out of the way of you guys.
all right, man.
All right, man. Thanks for sticking around and talking to us a little bit, and we will see you next week, Brandon.
All right, see you. Yeah, thanks for broadcasting and good luck Sunday.
Thanks.
All right, let's get the word from Sean Carmody, who finishes third, and see what he has to say. Hey, Sean, it's Adam and Randy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Copy, guys.
Man, so you had a heck of a battle with your teammate there for the last probably 45 laps there. Took some time to get to his back bumper after that pit stop, but you're able to do it, and you kind of stayed glued with him the whole entire time, just biding your time, hoping that you made a mistake. What was going through your head when he finally did make a mistake and he opened the door for you?
Yeah, to be honest, I think I would have drove it a little harder because early in the race, as you can see, I wasn't giving Brendan any room, and then I took him out. So after that, I was a little bit more cautious because we're all out there on that track to race, even though we're teammates. So I definitely take that into consideration, but I took it a little bit more into consideration when I caught up to Zadie, because the last thing I wanted to do was win and take out both of my teammates to do it. But yeah, no, congratulations to him. That was a really fun race. I chose not to pit with them only because I didn't want to get stuck in the pit traffic, so I went one lap back. And then I thought I would save my tires and just wait for it and not force anything, and waited for him to make a mistake. And I didn't expect it to be so late in the race. At about, I think, 110 laps, he made that mistake, and then I went and made the same exact mistake. And congratulations to him, and Brandon took home second. I'm glad I didn't get in their points. I think they're battling for the championship. So overall, it was a great race and one of the funnest races I've had on here.
It was a good race to watch you try to run him down. I was wondering one thing, Sean, when you got around Zadie at the end there, why didn't you try to go down and run his line the way he was earlier, just kind of running that bottom line, where it would have made it harder for him to get down around you, but you still kind of ran that upper groove, and that, just left the door for him to get around you.
Yeah, he he was running real good, and when he made that mistake, I honestly, my heart broke for him, because I'm not even in this championship, and I know he wanted that win and he had that win. I didn't. He definitely earned it, but when he got inside of me, like I said, being a teammate and leading that much of the race, I wasn't going to do anything too crazy, and I did blow that corner that particular time that he passed me. So he did that all on his own.
So
It was awesome of you guys.
So was the team chat spicy as talking crap to each other, trying to be like, "I got you now," or "I'm coming for you," riding behind them lap after lap? Was there any junk talk in there? Because I know I would be, like, dude, make a mistake, I want to get by you. Like I'd be talking to trash, trying to get him, his mindset out of hitting his lines.
Typically there is. This particular time, I didn't feel I even had the right to talk any trash after taking Brandon out. And then when I caught Zadie, he wasn't speaking at all. He was only talking to lappers. He was really in the zone. He was focused. I could tell he wanted it. And the last person he wanted to see behind him was me. So I got below him a few times, and I jokingly made a few threats. And I said, "You're asking for it," because he cut my nose up a few times. And he said, "You're not going to take me out, are you?" And I was going to give him a couple love bumps and try to make him force a mistake, but nothing too crazy. I would have felt horrible if I spun him out.
John, is this true? John just posted up saying Carl was asking them to wreck. Is this true?
Yeah, Carl asked if I could take them out so we can have a race.
I was wondering if stated on the broadcast here. They said that you slipped John a $20 bill there, so whenever they were lapping him, that he would come down and kind of be the pick that you needed so you can get by him.
Yeah, no, John was real good. Blake made it very clear, whoever was in his way in advance, please take the outside.
Yeah, but $20 is $20, man. You give them
$20 is $20. That's right.
Right.
But hey, man, congratulations! Though I know you fought hard. You stayed up there all night long. You battled your way back up. You're in second for most of the night there, and you come home third after throwing everything at him on that last corner and spinning out. But yeah. John said he would have done it for $5. See,
it was all or nothing. It was I got nothing to lose here, so no points at stake. So I was going to pass him. I don't know if that's even allowed, but I'm going to take the grass if I had to.
You can go below the yellow line as long as it's not a super speedway. You're good, man.
Oh yeah, I tried as you saw, but I guess it was a little too steep of an angle and the car took a spin. But I had to give it everything.
I got you, man. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight and your team getting 1, 2, and 3. So that's pretty good for Endeavor Racing tonight.
Yeah, it was great for us. I appreciate it, guys. I hope to see you guys on Sunday.
All right, man. We'll see you Sunday night.
Take care.
All right.
Do you realize? All right. So do you realize this? That last night we had a 1, 2, 3 for the closed circuit guys, and then tonight we have a 1, 2, 3 for the Endeavor guys.
And Sunday night we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 of first response rejects, right?
No.
You got it, buddy.
I don't. It's not going to be me because I'm going to be playing at the Hard Rock Daytona.
Oh man, throwing the guitar life, the wonderful gigging performance guy.
That's right. Out there making some money. Daddy got to shake his booty to make some money.
Oh,
so.
But hey, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just so glad I won this past Sunday, so I do not have to worry about racing myself in at the Roval.
Yeah,
I'm automatically through. Thank God. I can't wait for the next round to start up and get past this Sunday. There's a lot of people that aren't in the same boat as me. There are a lot of people who are going to be trying to race their way in to the final 8. So
and of all tracks to try to run to the final 8, it's the Roval.
Yes, they put there are 2 crucial races back to back. You have anybody can win like me last week at Talladega. It gives anybody a shot, and then you go into the Roval, which it's one of those tracks that not many people want to run at, and then it's a little bit more of on the technical side of things, and I ran it on Tuesday night. I'm not a fan of it, and I'm going to run it on Sunday night. I'm not going to be a fan of it, but I'm just glad I'm through on both of those leagues.
Yeah, you're. I hate to say it, you're not much of a road specialist by any means.
Not at all, man. That's not my forte. I like going around in circles a mile and a half or super speedways. When we start dropping below that, I start getting questionable about my skill sets.
And I'm the same way calling the races. I told Nick the other night, I hate these stupid road courses. They just don't excite me at all.
No, everybody. I mean, there's sometimes you can get a good pack that stay together, but a lot of times, they get single file and they get 1 to 3 seconds apart, and it's not fun to call.
No, it's not by any means. So, anyway, that's going to wrap it up here at USA International Speedway in beautiful Lakeland, Florida. We'll get out of here. What do you think, Adam? We get out of here?
One last thing. For all you guys out there listening into it, if you drive in the IVRL, AOLL, or Fuel Racing League, come out tomorrow night to the Ghost Fire Media Fun Race. We have a randomized set of cars, a randomized set of tracks, and a randomized set of weather that we're going to throw at you. We don't know what it's going to be. There's only one person that is going to be able to tell us what it is. He doesn't even know because he's going to randomize everything. It's going to be an open setup, and the best person who can create the best setup in a 1 hour time span, and it's going to hopefully most likely going to win whatever race we're going to be racing at and whatever car we're going to be racing at. So come out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times, when practice is going to open up. We go qualifying at 8 p.m. So come out tomorrow night, and if you can't actually race, tune in and see who can dominate the race.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time for sure. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, folks. Come on out. That's going to replace the podcast for the night. That's our monthly fun race that we always have. So come on out tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Fun racing.
All right. Well, from all of us at Ghostfire Media, we thank you for coming out and watching us at this AOLL Guitar Addict TNT series, and we wish you guys have a great weekend from all of us here at Ghostfire Media. See you later.
Bye. Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.